also want to hear what have been the most challenging ones, and I would add to that also, what have you learned from them? Because you know how much I care for that, and I think that's something that for me is a sort of a mantra. Make mistakes, but learn from them. So, what can you share here?
So for me, what is most challenging is that NEO works on a project based. So we work on project depending on the client's needs. So what the clients ask, we create from scratch something completely new, and completely adapted and personalized, customized. So I never know what is expecting me. I never know what's coming next. And that's what I sometimes afraid of, but at the same time so excited of, because the the thing that the typical thing that we say, that every day is so different, we don't have a routine, that's very true. So I never know what I'm gonna do tomorrow, not because I'm not organized, but because it really depends on the project that we are working on. And as all our roles are so flexible that we need to cover so many different things, that it's always something new that we have to learn, to search of, and that's the thing that I personally love the most. um, and I really feel responsible of what I'm doing, because on one side I personally see the results, so I know that if I don't bring it, it's gonna be on my own and on my team as well, because we are NEO. I mean, there is no one else. We are NEO. We represent it. So that's why I love it, because I'm not just one more. I am Sole and I'm NEO, but it brings with it a lot of responsibility and a lot of hard work that makes it very, very lovable as a job.
Absolutely. So challenging but rewarding at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel that as well. Anyone else?
This is going to sound a bit strange, but I think the most challenging part has been all the trust that has been given to me. Um, it sounds strange, but sometimes the Sole and Ale will tell me, that I have a new task, and I'm like, oh, I don't know how to do this. I've touched on this before, that it's things that are new to me, but I just think that, I always think about it. I'm like, okay, am I going to be able to do it the right way? Am I going to be able to, meet the standards that they want me to meet? But I think yes, it's the most challenging part, but as Alice said, now it is the most rewarding part to have so much trust given to me. And once I complete the task or whatever I need to do, I know that the next time I do it, I'm going to do it better. I've already touched on it before, but I'm going to do it better, and from there on, it's just going up from there. I it's learning new things for myself, but I feel like I'm also showing everyone else that I'm able to do it. And that's something that working at NEO, I've learned a lot, that whatever I set my mind to, I can do it, even if I haven't ever done it before. So
Absolutely. You're touching on an important point we've talked about with Mark in several occasions. In other typical companies, let's call it that way, you normally have to work your way up the pyramid to actually be trusted, hopefully at some point. And I think at NEO is just the other way around. We trust you
yeah,
until you prove us wrong, right? And I think
yeah,
this is quite an important mindset that I would really love to see a big change in other companies, because especially for newbies and for entry level positions, my god, that can be really really tough to handle when you're starting a position and you have everything but trust. So I'm glad this is a challenge for you, but also one of the things that you like the most, Valen? Ash?
Yes, for my own, I think that the biggest challenge could be the innovation. I think there is innovate every day because I think that our customers and our clients want that new innovate every day with every practice that we improve in our task or every assignment that we have. And I think that innovation is a big challenge because I think there are a lot of companies that do the same that we do, but the thing that is very different between us and for the other companies is that we innovate, create, improve, transform everything that our clients and our customers needs. And I think that this is the biggest challenge for me because I think that my work is get better. I don't know, maybe get best practices to do anything. And I think that I feel that the learning about this stuff doesn't mean fear, but it means growth. And and I think that that is the challenge for us or for me maybe. And yes, that's all for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I can certainly relate to that when you're mentioning innovation as part of a daily role, not just for the sake of innovating, but for because we do have a responsibility, as Soli was saying it before, of bringing the very best practices to our clients. So we must be able to innovate from our end to actually do that for others. So that's great. And Mark?
Yeah, there's. I mean, it is quite challenging. I mean, just to touch on. I mean, first of all, you know, what I'm doing is obviously every week I'm writing about the future of education, and we're meeting people and talking with people in the industry about the future of education. That's essentially what we do, and I think that's challenging because I mean, first of all, I think a lot of people out there would expect Neo Academy to be talking about marketing because that's the world of education marketing. But it's an interesting thing, and I love the angle that of course Neo Academy could do that, but there's a lot of that already out there, and it's not the mission of Neo Academy is obviously to be part of the future of education for a new generation of learners, for making sure that things are better for the future, and that we can do that by supporting institutions that align with those values. And so the challenge then for me is to find those kind of fresh insights every week, because it's every week. And um, there's a couple of times where you think, oh, what will I talk about this week? But after every Neo chat where you meet somebody new doing something that you never realized, and you come out of it every time energized and you've got 20 new ideas, I'm starting to kind of finally accept that, okay, we're never going to run out of ideas. Never. There's so much out there to talk about. And the only thing is that the challenge there is to find the angle, because like I said earlier, I can only write about things I'm passionate about. And sometimes when something's new, you've just learned about it and it's like, okay, this is kind of new. I don't know yet how I feel about this. So I need to very quickly figure out how I feel about it, to internalize it, to find the angle in it that's really connects to the future of education, that connects to something maybe more emotional and purposeful, and then before I write it. And so all of this is happening at speed all the time. And it is challenging, but it's really, really enjoyable, and it forces me to. Yeah, I've been in education for 20 years, but I'm now kind of pushed into exploring other parts that I didn't really know as well. I didn't really know much about this or that or this sector or that sector, and to kind of put those together. So it's a huge growth opportunity to actually learn so much more and never stop learning, because every week it's like you got to learn something new, every single week, and that is great. I'm really quite thankful for that.
I'm loving that, Mark, and I think it's a great end to our chat. It's certainly a very positive ending, learning every day, pushing yourself further, and getting to know things further beyond when you think there's nothing else. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for being Neo. This is certainly us, and I can only be grateful for having each and one of you in our daily lives. And again, not a professional side nor a personal side. This is only one. So thank you for being here today. Thank you for sharing your experiences, and we can only continue keeping embracing the future of education as a team with our values, being who we are. So I'm very grateful for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ale. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Thank
Ale.
you.
Thank you, all.
Thanks, everyone.